Well, we are here at Campbelltown Harlequins Rugby Club in Sydney, and sitting next to me is one of the greatest rugby players of all time, a true pioneer, a leader both on and off the field, and he is the current head coach of Moana Pasifika, the man Tana Umaga. I really appreciate you. It's always an honour to sit next to you and chat.
Well, I love it, man. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's good to catch up and, yeah, chew the fat.
What brings you here to Australia?
Well, initially I've come over to do a bit of professional development. So I've spent a week in Brisbane and caught up with the Dolphins and spent some time with Wayne Bennett and learning what they're doing around their players and obviously the recruitment and things like that.
You know, the 50% of the player base in locally is Pasifika. It's up to about 39% in rugby. And as I keep telling people, and it's my passion to give back to Pasifika because I know what it's given to me and my family. I didn't have much.
One of my other jobs coming over here was just connecting with some of the Pasifika rugby community and letting them know there's pathways to Moana as well.
Mate, what's it like having someone like Tana Umaga down here at Grassroots Rugby?
Yeah, I think personally for me it's very special. I think it's someone that that I had. He was part of I guess my growth and my career. So to have him down here, the club that I kind of grew up at, is very special. But also for him to come and venture out this way in terms of looking for development and looking for for players and talent, I think is really important. So having him here down tonight with the community is really special.
How do we improve those pathways? Just ringing up the phone to guys like Fotu and saying, hey, have you got anyone for us? Or is there more of a structured approach?
Oh, I think we'd like to, incorporate a more structured approach, obviously. And at the minute, we're just kind of, our connections are, as we are with Pacific Islanders, we know cousins and people.
Yeah, exactly.
Both here, in the islands and the US. I think that's a great thing. Yet, obviously, like you say, we want a more formulated a process to make sure that we're developing players as well. That's what we'd want to do, but there's still a few more things to do before that gets done.
Oh, biggest signing, Ari Savea. How much of the discussion was around Samoan culture and his family and representing those who came before him?
That was huge. That was a big part of his drive to come across. He spoke deeply around his, what his parents had done. Obviously his brother being with us. He was a good advocate for us too. It was a major driving force for him. To give back. This is the closest he'll get to ever playing for Samoa. And that's again, that's another thing we offer. Like being an All Black. But when I was involved with Samoa, it just, I don't know, I loved my culture, it took me a while to come back to it, but I just love everything about what they do, the singing, the laughing, the singing on the bus, how they incorporate everything, it's just, man, it just felt like you were home.
We have a saying in Moana, we're not governed by borders. We're as wide as the ocean and as deep as the sea. That's how deep and far we go. So even though we're based in Auckland, and obviously we come from the islands, we're looking for players everywhere.
Being front and centre and the leader of Moana Pasifika, the head coach, what's it like marrying high performance with our Pasifika cultures day in, day out?
That's the tough ask for us all the time, which one takes over, which one leads, especially when we're all about high performance, and that's our job. But in saying that, there's moments in our days, within our structures that our culture can be, at the forefront.
Okay, so tomorrow be ready. You've been told, you've been informed.
And we make sure that, every day is acknowledged, that we are Pasifika, we start our day with Bese and Loku and there's other ways, incorporated in our sessions and everything that, you can tell we're a Pasifika team. Our boys are speaking the language all the time, and it's great, for me. I'm not a fluent speaker of Samoan, and some of our Tongan boys, especially our Australian boys that came across, they didn't have a real great connection to the culture, but you're just sucked up into it because we've got some guys that are really deep into it and are proud of it, and they want to teach these guys, and I'll make sure that we don't lose sight of who we represent. I was just going to say it's typical Pasifika, like food, people, community, everyone enjoying, kids running around. It's just been a great night, I think.
How's the food?
Good. Good. Yum.
Yum. Can I have some?
Club rugby and clubs like this are the heartbeat of the communities. They give people somewhere to go. They give somewhere for people to connect.
There's a lot of Pasifika talent here in Australia and Western Sydney, and having people like yourself at the forefront is going to be a big driver and create more people to hope and aspire. So I really appreciate your time, man. It's been an absolute honour and a privilege to sit here and just shoot the breeze with you and just talk footy. So absolutely love it and love what you do.
Oh, no, I appreciate it.
Malo pito. Appreciate it.